Instead of bombing Iran, how do we increase life expectancy so that we're living the longest lives of many people on Earth? Let me ask you this. With all of this technology, can we wipe out poverty in America?
Should have been able to do that a long time ago if that was something that was
politically motivated.
Yeah.
Right, if you wanted to.
If it was profitable to wipe out poverty,
Well,
which it should be. Like overall, as a community, like I said, less losers, higher GDP. If you really love America, you want more people to have a chance.
Our goal is, if we're going to create all of this wealth, that we have a healthcare system that guarantees healthcare to all people. And by the way, we have drug companies whose function is to come up with cures to diabetes and dementia and Alzheimer's and other terrible illnesses rather than just make huge profits for themselves, all right? You have a publicly funded healthcare system that guarantees healthcare to all people. Just doing that would lower the stress rate in this country enormously. You want the best educational system in the world. You're worried that your kid may have a lower standard of living than you. Kid can't afford to go to college. We say education is a human right. You know, back in the early 20th century, a lot of people, working class people, fought and said, you know what, we don't only want, the rich kids to get a decent education. We want our kids. So it said, okay, everybody in America, state by state, started in Wisconsin actually, is going to have public education from first grade or kindergarten to 12th grade. You know how much it costs to get a higher education? $0. Of course it's great. I want this country to be productive.
Right.
I want the best educated workforce.
That's how you want your family, and if the country is a community, the country is your family.
That is not what we should be doing as a nation. As a human right,
Right.
I think we should be saying, with all of this technology, we got to be thinking seriously about lowering the number of hours that people work.
Yes.
You know how many people, zillions of people in this country don't work 40 hours a week. They're working 50, 60 hours a week.
Yes.
That's insane. So we got to work on a 4-day work week. I introduced the bill to do that. I got to tell you, I go to airports, I go around. People came up to me. People are stressed out by the amount of hours they have to work.
Absolutely.
All right. So what I'm saying here is let's take a hard look about how we utilize this technology to improve life for all people. Our goal should be, instead of bombing Iran, our goal should be right now, Joe, our life expectancy in America is lower than it is in other major countries. You know that?
Yes.
It's 4 years shorter lifespans than other wealthy countries. If you're working class in America, you live 7 years shorter life than the 1%, which is, to me, just outrageous. Instead of bombing Iran, how do we increase life expectancy so that we're living the longest lives of many people on Earth? How's that for a goal?